Hello everyone, you're 17819987 back again, and we're going to continue where we left off with our last episode. We're back at the dungeon. There was a lot of details here, but essentially we have to fight enemies to collect different colored keys. So today's objective is we are just going to get out of the dungeon. That's what we're going to do. So we learned about enemy ambushes. If you see an exclamation mark, then they'll be spotted. But as you can see here, it's not really that difficult to sneak up on them. Yeah, I did that quite easily. And I've said it before, but these enemies are pushovers. Even the captains of the jail guard are pretty easy. See, here's the guard captain, the harder class of the troops here, and he takes like one more hit than the others do. So maybe I need to raise the difficulty up, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself because this is only the tutorial. So, and I only have one person, so I'm sure this is going to get more difficult, without a question. So yes, as you can see, we have a red lock. I don't have a key for it yet. This was a brown lock. This was... oh, it was already open. Got some gold. It's probably not that much gold though. And that was an easy open for potions. Actually something quite useful. And as you can see here, Fang is not at full health, so we're going to top him off. I was happy that I was collecting so many items, because it ended up being quite useful. I'm not necessarily like a collectomaniac type person, but I do like to get what I could see, if that makes sense. If I see something and I know I can get it, I want to try to get it at least. So yeah, as you can see here, the guards are not hard to beat at all. With shooting slash, I thought it took up no skill points, but it actually does. So that was a mistake on my part. I think I do actually refill it later though. So as we've been fighting the guards, we finally found a red key on the guards. More gold, which will be helpful later. This time, he actually got me. And there's a first challenge clear. Lone Fencer. That was only because I was working on my own. I think if you had a full party, it would be harder, right? Because it would be more difficult just by yourself. So this was something kind of cool. I didn't realize you could use shooting slash on two people until just then. So that's pretty helpful, right? Our first level up. He's got a stat boost, but you know, only one level, so we've got a long way to go. I just skipped that guy. I was like, you know, I don't care. Let's just go. And so we're on B1 now. I'm looking around. Here's a green lock. I didn't have the key for it yet. Yellow lock. Didn't have the key for it yet. So that means only one thing. I'm gonna have to find the keys. We did have the green key though. It's kind of irresponsible of the guards if you ask me. But then I remembered, wait, the green key is over here. It turned out the examine box is like, it's kind of touchy. So I don't know why it didn't work then. Not really sure, because I had a green key. I'm not sure. Not sure why that happened. I don't even know how I managed to preemptive strike that. Did you see how far away I was? I was super far away. So, yeah, these are pretty weak enemies to start off, but we do need the experience. Well, not literally experience, but what would be in this game? No, it is experience. 4 experience points. It's not very much, is it? Probably not. We didn't have the key for that. Nor the key for that one. So we're gonna fight this guy. He's a captain guard. So, gonna bust him up. I do have to say, I really like his sword. It's a really cool design. And yeah, it's taking a lot from designs from other Hyperdimension Neptunia games, but you know, on its own, it's still pretty cool. So, we got beat up a little bit more. Checking the keys, got brown, green, red, and yellow. And it turns out we actually had to fight the guard captains to get those keys, which logically would make sense, but if you're just playing the game the first time like me, then you may not know that. So, yeah, we have the yellow key now. And the green key, so we can go to both of these areas. Gotta go to this side first. And now we have yellow keys. But I already got a yellow key, as you can see from the examine A box. I already had a key for it, so I just got that quick gold. It's always a good idea to stockpile items. I tried to kind of sneak by these guys, but they would have seen me, honestly. Like I said in the last video, I mean, yeah, the combat's simple now, but I'm sure without a doubt it's gonna get more complicated, especially once healing, spells, and attacks that damage you when you use them, kind of like a recoil effect, and those type of things are added, will make the game significantly more complicated. Plus the action bar you see on the left, not necessarily unheard of for this type of action RPG system. As you see, we have to keep using these first aid kits to keep our, and then the energy drink raises our skill points, yeah. So I had to use that because I had been using the slashing attack. I thought there was stuff over here, but there's actually nothing over here, so it ended up being a waste of time. That's another preemptive strike. I was like, how in the heck did I hit him from there? I was like 3 to 4 feet away from him. As you can see, we're getting a lot of challenge clearings. I guess this game has an achievement system, which is good. It helps me keep progress on all the different things I've made. This was just, that was kind of silly. We walked 1,500 meters. Wow. Wow. So we have a special new thing up here. I was like, what is that thing? Went ahead and grabbed these items first. Gold and potions again. Then we got some poor quality iron ore. That's always a good crafting item, isn't it? This is the first save point. So obviously this system uses this game uses a save point system. So I can't just, well, okay, in dungeons I can save outside of dungeons, but I can't save in dungeons unless I get to a save point. So I have to go up to that to do that. So we have some dialogue here. We found the exit. But this dude is in our way.
俺はうっかりこいつの初めてを奪っちまったおかげで責任取らされそうになってる哀れな詐欺被害者だよ。
ふざけたこと言ってる場合じゃないわよ。こいつなんかやばい。
ここにフューリーがあるという情報を聞きつけて参
You
上
can
した。
generally tell with JRPG villains when they're talking like this and they're all stanced up like this that this guy is serious.
おいおいあんた
And the
人の話
music.
聞いてる？
とにかくフューリーを探す手間が省けた。互いに命をかけ正々堂々力を比べ合おう。
I gotta say, I like his voice actor.
いざ参る。
It's definitely not unheard of for a villain. And then he turns into a dragon. What the heck? Why a dragon?
行くぞ。
And then the dragon disappeared. Like, what's going on? Maybe that's his fury or something. I'm not really sure. But there's a freaking dragon. It would roar. So I don't know. I have no idea. So I didn't start off the battle on the right footing. I had less HP than I would have wanted. And so you can see I'm at half HP now. So I was like, well, shoot, what am I gonna do? I went for a weight attack for the extra defense. And then I went down to 85 HP. I was like, oh shoot. And then I found I have this first aid kit extra large. 1000 HP. I was like, oh, that's what I need. That's what I need. And then every time he hits me, it does like half my health bar. So I was like, how on earth am I going to defeat this guy? Well, turns out...
貴様の剣には何もない。覚悟も信念も。そんな剣では私を倒すことはできん。
ファング、ここは一旦引きましょう。今のあなたじゃ勝ち目はないわ。
That's right. It was a confrontation we were not supposed to win. And honestly, with the amount of damage he was doing to us, I don't think we could have really done anything. I like to imagine she's pulling on his ear. The classic villain move, he just let him go. Why don't they just take him out then and there? I don't understand that logic. Don't understand. Yep, so that's all that we have for today. Very short video, but that is the end of the dungeon. First dungeon of Fairy Fencer F. Thank you for watching. We will have more in the near future. York 1781987. Ouch!